And we are live.
Hey, what's up?
Uh, this is We Need Rent Money presented by Zoom. Zoom, Zoom, Zoom. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Zoom, Zoom, Zoom. Which y'all don't have to pay before that. I just appreciate you guys letting me use your servers for free. Thank you. We are here with Malachi Schnell. He plays Fred in the movie We Need Rent Money. How you doing, Malachi?
I'm doing lovely, Blake. Real lovely.
You staying safe, sir?
Yes, sir. I'm staying in.
Quarantine, staying in.
This is me and the boy.
You and the boy.
That's about it.
That's your spirit animal.
One of them, yeah.
One of them. Awesome.
Actually, my most recent spirit animal, to get it out there, is a polar bear.
Cool. So while we're doing this, I don't know if you're familiar what we did with Samson. We're giving the audience a better taste of not just Fred as a character, but you as a person, and get a better, perspective of my actors in this film. Not just as their wacky characters, but as people. So I appreciate you coming on our show, and we do plan to make videos every Wednesday and putting out new videos of different cast and crew members and showing how great they are as people. And I want to thank you again for going along with me on this journey we call film, which was quite a ride. But
Thank you.
we'll get into that a little bit more later.
I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah. So what made you want to get into acting? I feel like that is a very number one question.
Well, shit, man. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life until I was about 20. And around age 20, I started to value film as an art form more and more and more. And at some point, I realized that was what I wanted to do. I've always been very deep feeler or whatever, emotional, you could call it. And I think that is what brought me to it.
Yeah, I was supposed to be a girl too, so I feel like that's where I get my sensitive side. I mean, I have two other brothers, and they tried to push for a girl on the third one and outcame me. So
you're like putting lipstick on your mom's belly.
Yeah, no, nothing that crazy. But
I got into acting because it lets me feel really deeply and express that, and it also helps me like move around, learn a lot of cool skills, and meet a lot of cool people, and that's sort of what's so exciting about it. But
awesome. Do you remember your first project, and what did you learn?
My very first acting project was just with like a student at the U of O, and he was doing a little short that was a World War II, film, and so he put us all in like period era clothing from World War II and had us like stand outside in the cold for a lot of hours in a row. And that was honestly one of the biggest lessons I learned. It's something you end up standing around a lot. It's usually cold.
And bring a jacket, right? Yeah, no, that's cool, man. Basically, you found out that, yeah, it's not just done in minutes. It takes hours to do it right. So,
wait, yeah.
So you're also a theater actor. What do you like to do more, theater or film?
I'm a bigger fan of what film can do as an art form, and I'm a bigger fan of the content of a screenplay, usually, as far as like portraying it. I like the most realistic feeling thing, usually. So I definitely tend towards film almost entirely. But there are moments of theater that are just beautiful in other ways. Getting to work with a cast, for every day, for so many days in a row. Stuff like that is beautiful. But
you obviously also have to project your voice. That's probably one of the bigger things.
And they tell you be louder so much when in reality, like, what I love about acting is just being real. And sometimes being louder gets in the way of being real. So that's one reason why I love film ultimately more.
Right on, man. Right on. Yeah, so We Need Rent Money. This was your first feature film.
Yes, sir.
Now you're on to your second.
Yeah. I've been cast in my second feature film.
Big shout out to Liv. She's also on board on Maxine's project with Jared Brown and the
Absolutely.
Malachi's cast in that. How has We Need Rent Money prepared you for that?
Um, I got a lot of time in front of the camera. Honestly, I think that's something I would attribute most to how prepared I'm feeling right now. Is like I just, I was on set for We Need Rent Money for over 100 hours, and that is good experience. That's the most time I've spent on any one project at this point.
So Samson said he wrapped in 35 days. I'm just curious how many you think it took you to wrap.
From the first day I was on set to the last day I was on set.
Yes, sir.
Do you know the answer?
No, I don't know the answer.
I'm thinking it was
2 months?
7 days, about a month, maybe two. Fuck, I don't remember. I'm not very good with dates.
It was just still impressive how we did it in that short amount of time. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, it was a month
And it was during the holidays, which it's impossible to do anything. So
yeah.
Yeah. As far as what has been your favorite role, not just film, but it could be theater, and why?
I will say my favorite role is the one I'm currently working on. And not to give anything away, but it's just a really a dark role, but a realistic role. I'm portraying a person who's just been through a certain life experience, which is a lot darker than my own, and I've had to really look out into all the testimonies I can find of people who've experienced things like this character, and I've had to do a lot of like mental work projecting myself into that type of a situation just to almost take on a bit of that trauma, or to at least fully understand that trauma that guides a lot of the actions of the character I'm portraying. So that whole process has been really, really fun for me because I've had a lot of time on it.
So
And there's a lot.
it just feels like it's the most related role you've done.
It's the most work I've had to put into relate to a character in the sense that like I'm not the guy who I'm going to be playing,
Awesome. What can you say about We Need Rent Money without giving too much away? Of course, obviously.
Well, ultimately it's going to be a fucking shit show, right? Like in the best way possible, I hope.
My dad called this Animal House 2020 meets a stoner Dumb and Dumber. So, I mean, which are all great films. So
it's some mix between like a freight train off the tracks and maybe like a giant snowball rolling down a hill.
That's a great way to put it. As far as yeah, no, there was a lot of heart put into that film. Not just the screenplay, but everybody's actors' performances, and everyone looked like they were having fun. I don't know if I was, but man, nah, I can't wait to show the world this movie, man. And when I was talking to Samson the other day, because obviously I'm always talking to that guy, but besides the point, it was just you guys were each three different people to begin with. Jason being a stand-up comedian, you being a theater actor, and then Samson being a wild card. I just felt like that's the only way it was going to work if you were all different. And
yeah, I'm excited to see how that shows up.
me too. But shout out to Team Awesome, best editing team in the world, and yeah, I've seen what they've done so far. I bet they had a little nuance where they have a laugh track where remember the part where Sanders is drinking, pours the beer in the cereal bag and eats it. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. But yeah, it's so Will you ever wear plaid
No,
pajama
fuck
pants
no, dude.
again?
Fuck no. I'm not wearing red plaid ever again, dog. No red plaid. It's too much.
Okay, audience, if you obviously you'll see the pictures when I present them to the world, which the world will see them eventually. But the goal was, I didn't want you to have to change wardrobe. I was saving you, a job. Like, what day was it we were shooting? What polo did Larry have to go into? What was Sanders wearing? So I feel like I was doing you a favor,
No,
but
it was nice for that reason. I
it
did
was
not think
it was nice, and I hope you were comfortable. but but nah, Malachi. Anything you're working on? Any art? I mean, you're always writing. You always have something you're working on. I mean,
Yeah, I really like poetry. I spend a good bit of time doing poetry.
is
I've been
there
doing a lot of
anywhere
philosophy.
my audience could check out your poetry?
Not yet, but one of my big goals just at this step in my life is to release a rap song because I'm a huge fan, and
I
I feel
wrote
like I've
I
got some.
wrote one rap song. It's called
Yeah,
"I Fucked You Like a Blue Whale,"
there it is, bro. I think everybody deserves at least one rap song,
and
so
I
that's
actually
one of my
send
goals
that,
right now.
and I
You could,
send it to Little John, and I think it started the career of LMFO because I told him, his beats to like funny shit would be fire. So I
I'm
think
sure it did, brother.
I'm pretty
Oh
sure,
no, but
but he never signed me. So
follow me on Instagram. It's just
you're breaking up. Can't
oh
really.
shit, man.
Yeah, no, I'll put your IG page on the links when I do. You hear me? I can't hear you
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah,
Yeah, it's very
I
laggy.
can hear you.
Okay. But basically, I will put your IG, thing, and people would love to follow you. I mean, you're more than just an actor, you're an activist, and you do great things for this beautiful community we call Eugene, Oregon. So, anything else you'd like to say to the world before the end of this show?
Nah, I appreciate y'all. You, Blake, and everyone else. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah. As soon as I have a rough cut of this film, I will. I want to invite you and Jason over to see it. You guys worked so hard on this thing, so I want you guys to see how much work we actually have put into putting this whole thing together. It's not going to be the final version, but you guys are going to see what this is going to become. So, and we need to hang out again, man. It's been a while. So,
I'm
um,
down, brother. I fucking can't wait to see it. So yeah.
yeah, me too, man. I just wish I could hop in a time machine and just go to the end of the year and see how far this thing is. But yeah, everybody, you can follow us on. We're on all platforms now. We're on Twitter. We're on IG. Uh, we post up every day. We make memes. I say we do a lot of stuff that a lot of short films do, and which is not a short; it's a feature. A lot of indie features don't do, and Malachi is getting all weird with it, and which I love. And basically, it's just amazing. My advice to anybody that's done this is once you make the movie, it's a 24/7 hustle. And Malachi sees me on IG every day, and he sees how hard I am promoting this thing.
I'm clicking that shit.
Straight up, man. I believe you show people love, they're gonna show you love right back. And yeah, this is the time they say you could do things that you could never think you could do because it's the truth, man. Because the people that you want to connect with are all at home. They're not working. You could talk to Hollywood executives. It's about getting out there and not being scared of anything. You can't. So, Malachi, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for having me on the show. This is Fred. He's our lead, and we need rent money. And thank you for Zoom for letting us make this. And zoom, zoom, zoom. Do 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 do. Zoom, zoom, zoom. And peace.
You're welcome, Zoom.
Thank you.